Dit is so amperkies 14 minute oor 11 hier op bokradio.co.za. Het vir beloof dat ek gaan gesels met Nick Morgan. Hy is daar van Opportunity Private Capital and they are a 15-year-old investment company from Cape Town who has established a private investment structure in the property development funding area. Nick, good morning and welcome on Bok Radio.
Yeah, hello, Yaku. Goeiemorgen, good morning. Good to have you. I must say, Rihanna can hit some notes.
Yes, she can. She's actually a very good Afrikaans singer. En
Wow.
ek is trots op daai Afrikaanse woorde daar, Nick.
Nee, dankie. Jaco. Ek wil jou luisteraars nie verwar nie, so ek sal verskietlik in Engels gesels voor
Dis
jy hoor.
dood reg. Nick, please explain to our listeners who you are and what you do.
Yaku, in brief, you gave us a pretty good introduction, but we're an investment company based in the northern suburbs of Cape Town.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Yeah, we were founded more than 15 years ago, so we've been going for some time, and we operate under FSP license 13370 as a matter of interest. So what we do is this is a secure asset-backed investment structure, and it's for private investors. That's guys like you and I, to earn attractive fixed returns on their investments. And this is done by funding residential property developments. And it's important to note that this development funding, it's done only by the private investment clients. And if we just take just the last 5 years, for example, as a snapshot in time, the investors have averaged around 18% per year on their capital. So they've been pretty successful.
So Nick, looking back over a year that has passed now since COVID-19 gripped us, how has this impacted investors and especially their returns?
Look, there've absolutely been obvious frustrations caused by the pandemic. I'm sure you guys have felt them as well, certainly with lockdowns and restrictions. But the investor performance has been surprising, I'd have to say. Investor appetite has increased, and that's on the back of increased funding requirements. So I guess the predictability and consistency of these investment offerings together with the attractive returns is being well received by investors. The most recent investment project that's been done is now fully completed despite all these negative external influences, and investors still managed to achieve their returns of 18% per annum on this particular investment project. And Yaku, most importantly for us is the reinvestment rate of investors from one funding cycle to the next funding cycle is close to 85%, which means existing investors are happy, and I think that's vital.
So Nick, we all know that no investment are 100% guaranteed. So how is risk minimized for investors?
Yaku, you're right. Investments are very rarely 100% guaranteed, and we're no exception. But some of the ways in which risk is minimized for investors is as follows. One, the entire structure is based around the protection of investor capital. Until investment clients are repaid, they hold the development assets as a security, which is comforting for them. Two, the focus is on small to medium-sized projects in popular middle-income suburbs of Cape Town. In fact, the next three investable projects are all here in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. And this also mitigates risk, as these are certainly among, I would say, the best performing areas in the country, particularly in tough periods like this. And then thirdly, there are very strict protocols in place for the use and the flow of investor funds. They first get paid into an attorney's trust account, after which professional independent parties check the flow of funds into the project themselves.
Okay, so Nick, I want to find out from you quickly, what makes these investments so appealing to investors?
Yeah, look, there are a number of reasons. I would say that, firstly, obviously the attractive fixed returns are compelling to investors. But of course, these returns are no good if your capital is not protected. So the most important feature, which I think is appealing, is the capital protection, which, as I mentioned, is provided with the fixed assets in the developments, and this provides great comfort to investors. Our predictability, I think, plays a massive role. The fixed returns and the predetermined timeframes give investors a pretty good idea about how their investments will perform. And I think this is useful for their planning, and it makes the investment offering rather unique. And lastly, I would say the consistency is appealing. Everyone likes a bit of consistency, and the stable track record over many years, particularly during tough economic periods, is a big attraction to investors.
Okay, Nick, so the last question I've got for you is what's available now at this stage for the investors, and what do the potential returns look like?
Jaco, I'm assuming you're asking this for yourself as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So we have a current funding cycle which is now open. Mm-hmm. That's for an investment project in Brackenfell, actually, just around the corner in the northern suburbs of Cape Town. It is going really well. We 77% subscribed already, so close to 80%.
Sure.
And the minimum investment amount for this is 100,000 rand per investor, and the projected returns, we're looking at 15% per annum as a fixed returns, which are pretty attractive in the current market conditions.
Okay, so Nick, that's a lot of information to process, and I'm sure that some of the listeners maybe have got some questions, and they are more than welcome to contact you guys. Am I right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Can I mention our details?
Please.
From there, Jaco?
Please, yes.
The easiest way to find us is our telephone number. Cape Town is 021 919 9944. Dis 021 919 9944. And the website address is www.opportunity.co.za. So baie maklik.
Dit is baie eenvoudig. So Nick, baie dankie. Thanks a lot for all the information, and I'm sure that the listeners will contact you. I'm going to repeat that information just after this interview. I'll just give him the contact details again. But thanks a lot for your information, and have a great day.
Okay, thanks very much for your time. Nice chatting to you. Take care.
Thanks. See you. Bye.